Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning. And hello, if you are new, Happy New Year, everyone. It's the third. I'm recording, I'm pre recording a couple videos for you guys because I'm going to be busy this weekend. Don't think I forgot about the Death Splits the Difference series that we were doing before Christmas hit. We were on Leo, so that's what we're doing tonight. Hi, Leo. This is for all Leo placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Stellium, whatever prominent Leo placement that you have, even the non prominent ones. If you just have Leo in your third house and there's nothing in it, this may be going on in that area of life for you. So, all Leo placements in the collective. This is called Death Splits the Difference. So, what I do is I go through the decks that I choose and I take out the death card, the card before it, and the card in front of it, or behind it and in front of it. Now, the card behind it is what is going to be left behind when death comes through. Death is just a transformation, it's a change, it's letting something go that's from an old cycle, and then the card in front of death is where you're going to be working on, what you're going to be, what's coming in with the new cycle after this transformation or change or whatever. So, from the First Light Tarot, we took out death, and behind it was the Empress, which is development, growth, abundance, and productivity. In front of it is thought, and that is like changing your mindset, okay? Changing your mindset to a higher vibration, getting in touch with your higher self. There was something in development here that had to be let go of. So this thought card says looking at all angles. It says tap into your higher self. Um, it also is giving you like a heads up to listen to your intuition. And dismiss negative thoughts. It says positive thoughts are of source. So when you're mired down in negativity and negative thoughts, this is never going to work, this is never going to happen, I fucked up, or anything like that, that is stagnant energy. That's meant to keep you in, it keeps you in a vibration of disillusionment. And when you it's hard to break out of that because sometimes that negative space, even though it's burdensome, for some reason it's familiar. And a lot of times people feel safer in the familiar even when it hurts. And you know, what's the biggest thing that torments us outside of other people is our thoughts. So, there was something here with the Empress, and on top of that, you got the Page of Wands. So I feel like there may have been something that you wanted to pursue, you wanted to nurture, something you wanted to produce, something in development, but you went into it a little bit naively. Okay, the Page of Wands is ambitious and optimistic and very much in his own energy, in his own power. He's got a wand, he's looking at it, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know how I'm supposed to use it, but damn, it feels powerful to have this kind of energy in my own hands. And that fell on top of the Empress of developing something in growth. So then you had the Death card. So whatever that was or is, I don't know where you are in the in the timeline. Oh, my spiel. This time I got it early. Remember, not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate with you now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time because you're all at different points in the timeline. Like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which characters you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you are involved in this energy or you're an observer. I can only read the script, okay? So, like I said, there was a development here, something in the works, something that you really wanted to put some energy into. You were nurturing it. Empress energy is, well, it's not designated as such in this deck, but traditionally, Empress energy is Venus energy. It's very motherly, it's very loving. It represents Taurus and Libra, but like I said, not in this deck. It's just a feeling of incubation. Okay. And then with that Page of Wands on top, it's like, I don't know. I know I'm putting effort into this. I know I'm putting energy into it, but there may have been some, like, you didn't quite know how to use it. Okay. So then you had the Death card, which means that is changing. There's new life, there's a new cycle. This is Scorpio energy, the transformer. Okay? And then on the other side of that you have thought, communication. You've been, it's like alone in my principles. It's like, fuck, that didn't work. There might, I feel like a bomb. Not I don't know how to describe this. Um Aries energy with the Page of Wands on top of the Empress. So there was, it was like the idea that you wanted to grow was very mature and very well meaning, but the energy that you put into it was kind of erratic. It feels a little naive, like maybe you went into it um very enthusiastically, but you maybe didn't have all the information. Okay? But here with thought, I feel alone in my prince. Oh, the reason I said a bomb is because there may have been too much energy put in. Okay, so here's something a little personal about me. I don't know which placement it is. It might be my strong Sagittarius, which is fire. I also have Moon in Leo, which is fire. Um, oh, there. That's probably like a grand trine there, because then I have Chiron in Aries, which is also fire. Anyways, I tend to put way too much energy into something that I really, really want, and then it explodes. Okay? So it kind of feels like that. Like you put too much attention on it, you obsessed over it, and it kind of just, you zapped it a little bit. So then we've got death here, and that's the change. I know I keep repeating myself, but it'll all work out. Now you're here alone in your principles. You're alone in your thoughts. What did I go? Where did I go wrong? The interesting thing here is even with the thought card, excuse me, even with the thought card here, there's no swords. There's no swords here. So after this change, after this, whatever this was you were trying to manifest, after you have to leave this behind, maybe it didn't come to fruition in time for something. We are entering the new year. Maybe this didn't come to pass, by a time frame. But whatever it is, it's behind death, which means it's over. Okay, but now, Scorpio energy. Now, remember, when you're dealing with energy, nothing truly just disappears. Dis- Nothing truly dies. It just it changes form, and that's the key to death. The death card, because it's Scorpio energy, it changes form. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is an aspect of death, but he's not death proper. That would be Saturn, who is represented by the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper comes through and collects what is dead, but where does he take it? But to the underworld, the land of the dead, and that is ruled by Pluto, which is Hades. That's where it goes to be transformed, and then that's like the rebirth cycle right there. That's why here on the death card is change, rebirth, and new life. Okay, so something is changing about that situation, even if it's not dead, dead proper, dead completely. There's going to be a change here. But on the other side of that death, is you're deep in thought, and on top of that, you got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So that's a loss of momentum. That's waiting, and it's like I said, alone in your thoughts. There's no momentum here after this change. It's like you're at a standstill about this, and it's okay because we're gonna go through the other cards. Okay, so I feel like this is just a momentary pause to reflect. This is definitely deep reflection about the cycle that you just had to let go of. And in this time of reflection, you're really going to be able to figure out what went wrong, okay? You're going to be able to um, determine where you should put your energies so that they can be better utilized. Okay, energy because of that Page of Wands. It's action, it's vitality, it's the fire within you. You came into it initially very Aries energy, very, I'm going for it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I get there, but I've got the determination to do it. And then it kind of just went flat. But it's not dead. It's just in this stasis of transformation. So be patient with the situation and with yourself. Because while this is changing, you're really going to be able to find out what you can do differently. So then I pulled from the Lenormand deck a set of cards called Bridging the Distance, okay? Death splits the difference, but then we've got the bridge between the two sides, between what was lost, what was let go of, and what you're supposed to move towards. There's a bridging energy here. The first card that dropped was the cat, and that's usually something like if it's not you, it could be a person in your energy, but it's someone who loves your companionship, okay? This could be a friend, it could be a love interest, but I don't have anything else here to declaring that there is a love interest here. There could be friendly companionship, but this I feel is mostly you, mostly the Leo placement. This is like internally what energy you're in. Okay, so this is like freedom loving. Cats. You can't pin them down. They're affectionate when they want to be. This is a curiosity and caution. Right? They're curious, but I mean, wiggle a bag at them and they bolt. They're intelligent and shrewd. They're wise and observant. They're careful and perceptive. And they are aware, helpful, and affectionate. Now, the thing that caught me about this cat sitting here is that it feels like, and I'll show you with the rest of the cards. If you want to see what the spread looks like from my vantage point or from above it, I will post it as the thumbnail for this. That's what I'm going to try to do from now on. I also post a picture of the whole spread to the community tab and also to the Instagram page, Gem314 Tarot on Instagram. So look at this cat. It feels like in video games when you come upon an animal that wants to give you a side quest. So that's the energy that came out here. A side quest. While you're alone in your principles. Okay? While you're in your thoughts. While you're trying to rearrange things to maybe start something new. Maybe you're trying to figure out what went wrong with the last one so that the next time you find something you want to invest in, you know better. And that's that's a perfect progression from page energy. You learn from you learn from mistakes, you learn from the process. It puts you in a stronger position for the future. Never never put your nose up at page energy. It's very necessary. I don't know why my voice is going hoarse all of a sudden. Please excuse me. I mean, oh, I forgot. I'm going to get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I paused at 1450 for anyone looking for number syncs. Yeah, like I said, I can talk all day, I can sing all day, but all of a sudden when I started recording, there goes my voice. So where were we? Oh, while you're alone in your principles, you may be presented with a side quest. Huey, why are you rambunctious now? Next to the cat, you drop the sun, which is wonderful. That's illumination. That's cleary, bright clear skies. Open road, blessing, go for it, clarity, all that good stuff. Okay, it says success, energy, growth, warmth, motivation. It's masculine energy. That's you, Leo, and restoration, and vitality. See, that's wonderful. You're gonna be in a restful phase through this thought with Eight of Wands in reverse. But okay, don't pout, right? I'm getting a real feeling of pouting here. What? It's like, okay, do you, yeah, who's seen A Christmas Story? And do you remember Ralphie's brother, Randy, when he had to eat meatloaf? And he was sitting at the table going, meatloaf, meatloaf, I hate meatloaf. That's what this feels like. It's like you're internally having a temper tantrum because there's no momentum here. You're kind of you and Leo, sun energy, very vital, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're always got this high energy, you know. Um they're the kids that can't sit still, right? So you're being forced to sit still and kind of think about things. But then here, this bridging energy, you're going to have an opportunity to take a side quest, okay? And here next to it, you've got the sun. But I am a little concerned because next to that, you got the Hill Fort card from the Lenormand deck. And it's a very secure kind of structure. The door is shut, the walls are high, it's well built. It's standing on a high rock, which means it's overlooking everybody else. And it's there, it's like it's there for good, you know? So this can be twofold. This can be something in the 3D, this could be something uh legal, okay? Or some kind of institution like school. I mean, that could be. It could be school. It could be schooling. I'll read it both ways. Because this way first for this first way makes more sense. There's a side quest. You're blessed because it's the sun. You've got the sun here shining, lighting your way, and then the hill fort, which is an institution. It could be higher learning. Okay, this also could be court. It's something that has to do with bureaucracy, paperwork, structure, instruction, and institutions. Right. And it's going to be hard to get. It feels like it's on top of a mountain. In the last reading with the Lenormand deck, we did drop the mountain card, which means there was obstacles here. But with the mountain card, there is a key, and the key dropped also within that reading. Go back and watch the last reading. The key dropped from my oracle deck, saying that in the mountain there's a passageway for those who take the effort to find it, and it will while the mountain looks very daunting and very um it looks very daunting, very high, very treacherous. There is a passageway through that not everybody finds unless you're dedicated enough to find it. So, since this hill fort looks like it's on top of a mountain, I feel like this is a progression of that last reading. Now that you've come through the passage, through the obstacle of the mountain, here you are faced with the hill fort. I like this because if this is higher instruction, it could be just by listening to your inner intuition, tapping into your tapping into your higher self. This is deep in thought. It's also reconnecting with the divine. Listen to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Listen to synchronicities. Also, just trust yourself, okay? Um, After the hill fort here, outside the hill fort, it's set up like here. I'll show you what it looks like to me. Here you've got the hill fort, and right next to it, you dropped a card called the Clover. And if you can see, I know there's a glare. I tried to turn it down a little, the brightness down. If you can see underneath the clover, there's a gold coin. Now, clovers grow very close, low to the ground. They're very out of sight. Okay? Not everybody pays attention to their feet when they're walking. If you would, you'd find a lot more things that other people drop. In this case, outside of this hill fort is a coin, a little bit of luck. Okay? The clover is small, good luck, hope, synchronicities, money, and it's saying be alert and see opportunities that other people might not see. Okay, this is like the ace of coins to me. The aces are all like little gifts from the divine that you don't expect. They're little gifts of opportunity to start something new. So here's that side quest. The cat sends you on a side quest. Be keen, be alert, be perceptive, be cautious but brave. You know what I mean? Be brave but cautious. It's like that's a very interesting balancing act, right? And that actually comes into play in this next set of cards, but we're going to keep going. Because on this new side quest, you're going to be illuminated to something in a structure. Now, I don't just mean a physical structure. When I say structure, I also mean, now this is the second interpretation of the hill fort that I have. The hill fort to me represents the structure that you were raised in, the structure that forms you and your observations of the world. Okay, so we have thought processes here, raising your vibration on how you think. You've got the cat here asking you to be discerning and perceptive. They can see in the dark. And she's here next to the sun. The sun also represents the ego. And when the sun illuminates the ego, it's not always the truth. That's the thing with the sun. The sun illuminates what we want others to see. It also illuminates what we want to see or what we want others to see. It's the ego. It's not the moon, which is the truth underneath. Okay? But cats have night vision. They can see the truth underneath the ego. Okay? There is something here in the formation of your values, of what made you. Okay? And that's where you're going to be when you're in this stagnant phase of rethinking yourself, your motives, your gifts, your talents, what you can bring to a situation, your health, your vitality. I say motives because that's what drives you. That's the fire that's within you. And Wands is fire energy. Leo, you're a fire sign. So you're going to be taking a really hard look at your roots. It's like, where did these thought process come from? Is this me, or is this the people who made me who I am? Okay? And outside of that, like I said, there's that clover, there's a little bit of luck. Outside of the structure, that's what they want me to say. Outside of the structure, there is opportunity. Okay? I think I'm going to make that part of the title. I gotta write it down or I'll forget. Outside of the structure, there is opportunity. Okay? Of the structure, there is opportunity. It's also advice. It's also like a heads up. It's like a whistle. Hey, hey, don't miss this. Don't miss this because it's down at your feet. You're not going to see it if you come out of this structure going meatloaf, meatloaf. I hate meatloaf. You're just going to be wrapped up in your own thoughts. You're going to be not looking at where you're going. And if you look down at the path that you're on, look at that 4-leaf clover with the coin underneath. You could have missed it. So then I asked for a little bit more clarity on the foundation here. We've got a little bit of advice and maybe a little bit of what to look out for, what's coming next, okay? You've got two kind of cat energies here with the cat card, and then you've got strength, which is your card, Leo. You're showing up hot. You're showing up for yourself in this reading. Page of Wands, Aries energy, 8 of Wands. That's Leo energy. Yeah. And now here's strength, the Leo card. The key with strength, and I find this interesting here because we've got the cat here, which is here the lion on the card, right? But then only recently did I find out that the woman who is there wrestling with the lion is the Empress from the Empress card down off her throne. Okay, so we have here the Empress up here, then we have the cat, and then we have them both together here in the Strength card. This is holding on through change, that's the Death card, change and fear. Okay, where is that fear coming from? We'll get to it because it's over here. Also, with the Strength card, they told me, and I've hung on to this, this is the balance between power and peace. All right? And why do I say balance? Well, if you look above the Empress's head, you see the lemniscate, which is the figure 8, the infinity symbol. What that reminds me of is on the 2 of Pentacles, there is a figure 8 around the 2 pentacles that he's juggling. So this to me feels like balancing something, and she brings the peace and the lion is the power. But in reverse, this would mean that they're struggling against each other. In order to gain strength, what is strength anyways? What is it? Is it resolve? Is it physical strength? Is it mental strength? What is it? Everybody decides that for themselves. But in the card, it's telling you that there is a balance between the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Over here, it was a little out of balance because you had the Empress, which is huge, huge, abundant, productive, feminine energy, and you had a page on top of it, which means the masculine energy that was put into this development was and out of balance with the feminine. Okay? But here in the strength card, it's balancing the 2. She looks like she's the one in charge here. Okay? The lion always reminds me of when you have to wrestle something out of your pet's mouth. What do you have? This is the divine. This is the divine going, what's in your mouth? You're not supposed to have that. Put it down. And you're struggling because it's like, no, I want this. I want to eat this. I want this. It's like dog energy. It's like, no, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. You can't take it. Try to take it. Let's play. Blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, the Empress here, the Empress is like, give me that. What is in your mouth? So that's the energy, and it's balancing the 2. It's balancing taking care of drop what's in your mouth. Drop what's in your mouth because it's not good for you. And you know why we don't? Do you know why that lion is not wanting to drop it? Because of the ego. No, it's mine. No, I want it. If I want it, I should have it. That's very ego-centered energy. even if you know it's going to fucking poison you. If you want it, you want it. And the Empress is here going, you gotta let it go. You gotta let, if you want to really succeed, you can't poison yourself. Now put it down. Okay? This is the balance between power and peace. Find peace in your power and let your power be your peace. Okay? On top of that, you've got the Page of Cups. And I like that. There's a lot of page energy here, which means that there's enthusiasm and good intentions and sincerity, but there's not a lot of experience. There's not a lot of um, there's even a little bit too much confidence. It feels like you might be in a position of being knocked down a little bit from this, having to give up whatever that project was. But here with the Page of Cups, you're entering into something with sensitivity, sincerity, and eagerness. I like the Page of Cups because this is you listening to what this thought card made you have to explore. Okay, this may be when you came through the hill fort, this foundational structure where in which what made you, right, where you grew up, and with a little bit of luck, you were able to regain your strength from something and come at this emotionally, but from a different point of view. Okay. Now, in the Page of Cups, he's standing in front of an ocean. It's not calm, but it's not the tempest that the Two of Pentacles is. Okay, the ocean behind the Two of Pentacles, those ships that are on it are at its whim, and they're probably going to, you know, they're probably going to sink because they're so upheaved. Okay, that's a word. I know words. But in this Page of Cups, the ocean behind him, it's not still, it's not calm, but it's not upheaved either. It's not a tempest. This is a nice balance. It's active, it's alive, but it's not engulfing you. Okay? It's not stagnant and still, which would mean that there's very little emotional involvement, but it's not a maelstrom, right? This is the perfect balance. This is active and alive movement. There's activity under there. The emotions are awake. Okay. The page comes along with a cup and dips the cup into the waters of the emotions, and he pulls up this fish. And this is a great illustration of taking like um how do I usually describe this? It's like getting a feel for the environment, okay? It's like you pull up this fish and he's like, "Hey, what's going on down there?" If and usually they interpret this as somebody asking for an emotional commitment from somebody, or somebody coming forward with an emotional offer. So for some in the collective, this could be somebody coming forward with an emotional offer, but they're just kind of dipping their cup in, pulling up the fish and going, what does, I'm sorry, does the collective seem, the, how am I'm seeing, they're showing me a couple images here and I'm trying to organize my thoughts. Somebody may be coming forward and asking if you're agreeable to a situation. Like, can we date? Sometimes, and sometimes other readers interpret the Page of Cups as an apology. So that could be somebody coming forward with an apology. And that's like, I always get very tentative energy with the Page of Cups. Like, knocking on your door, but not tapping really lightly, like, "Hey, are you still mad?" Or, "Hey, I know we haven't spoken, but Can we talk? Or, hey, I know I passed you up last time, but can I take you out to dinner? It's testing the waters. It's pulling up that fish, going, what's the emotional layout down there underneath the waters? And the fish is reporting, well, she's kind of pissed at you, but I mean, if you want to send the message, send the message. Okay? For others in the collective, I don't feel like this is another person. I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you getting to know your emotional commitment to your journey. You're the one dipping the cup into those that underneath your ego, okay? And you're figuring out, quote unquote, literally, how do you feel about this? That fish was in your emotional waters. Now you're pulling it up, going, how do I feel about this? What does it look like down there? But it's after you get this strength, in order. Who are you in the strength card? That's what they want you to ask yourself. Are you the lion being tamed? Or are you the empress who is taming the lion? Are you the ego that is having to be tamed? Or are you the one taming the ego, right? And the strength comes when you bring the two together. That's why they were saying power and peace together. And in order to do that, here it is under the sun, under the ego. You got the Page of Cups, which is just dipping his cup into the waters of emotion and trying to figure out the lay of the land down there. Okay, the next last two cards here. We've got, this time in the upright, the Eight of Wands. That's 16 wands. Okay, that's the Eight of Wands in the upright. This is forward momentum, finally. It's quick, decisive action that turns the tide. So I think it's saying after you deal with something that was in your structure. Oh, they're giving me a song. What is this? I don't know the guy's name. It starts with a J, though. I don't know if it's like James something. But the song is Demons, I believe. And the what are they giving me here? Structure. Deep in my structure, I think I still love her, but I need some peace. I'll link that in the description, where I put the hashtags. I'll link that. It's also about wrestling demons. That could be what the strength card was talking about. I thought my demons um were almost defeated, but you took their side and you pulled them to freedom. That was one of the lines in the song. So I don't know why they wanted me to backtrack and say that. But here now we have the Eight of Wands, the momentum, okay? Oh, that's why. Because you came through analyzing your structure, and when you got outside of it, okay, because the clover is outside on the ground next to the hill fort, which is the bureaucracy and the structure, you found a little bit of opportunity that you would not have found had you not gone up that hill in the first place, okay? But now, not only does that, it's like it kicks you into high gear, I heard. It gives you the momentum. Now we've got the Eight of Wands and the upright, whereas up here, when you were alone in your principles, your momentum had halted, okay? But now you are in the uprights. So this is quick, decisive action. It could also be communication. However, I feel that whatever this insight is that comes to you, whatever this is, it's positive, it's wonderful, it's freedom. Okay, I heard you're being freed from something that started way back in the past that kept you in a set of beliefs that was very limiting. It actually, they're saying it kept you in that page energy. It kept you stunted. And that's why whatever this was that you were trying to manifest didn't manifest, because you had page like energy. But it's because you were stuck in this old paradigm that you were taught as you were coming up. Okay? Now, realizing that and wrestling with that, when the strength card, wrestling with that and finally bringing them to agreement, or at least understanding both sides of yourself here, that gives you like an energy boost to finally make a move on something. Okay, now the next card here is the Tower, where it's going to blow things off its hinges, literally. Look at the similarities between the hilltop and the tower. Okay, whatever this structure was, it's going kaboom. It's going kaboom, and it's because of whatever this information that you learned that's giving you the momentum to finally hit the T-bar and make it go kaboom. Okay? I actually kind of love this. This is like re-empowerment. Now, I don't have an outcome for this. I don't have anything that's coming next. They've been telling me lately that we're just going to go um, um, bit by bit. That's not that. Give me the different word. We're going to go increment by increment. Okay, there's no outcome. So this is where you are in the timeline right now. Okay, and again, you're all at different points. Some of you may be here at the tower already. Some of you may still be here in the letting go of it all with the death in the middle. Some of you may have met the cat and accepted the side quest. But whatever this was, it's an opportunity to go back and and take a deep look at what I don't want to say mental, but guidelines. Give me a different word. Your MO, how you do things and why. Okay? And you're gonna come into some insight about something that you can change, but it's gonna blow everything up. You know what this feels like? It feels like you're finally confronting things that your parents raised you to believe. And once you say, fuck that shit, I'm out, I'm not believing in that anymore because it's holding me back, that's like, that's blowing apart the structure that they put around you. Okay, a hill fort structure is meant to be secure and protective. It's meant to be safe, but it's not all the people that's in the structure, the ones that instruct you in order to give you a basis on how to be. That's because that's how they were raised. The detriment to raising someone is that we can only do it by what we experienced, and you can't raise someone to create a future that you can't even imagine. Okay? So if this is, say, say this is this. I hate to use this example because I didn't want to get political, but say this is somebody who is re-examining how their boomer parents raised them. Okay, boomers were born in the 40s. They were born in the 40s, raising kids in the 70s and 80s for a future in the 2000s and beyond that they couldn't even imagine. You can't raise the future by things that you went through 40 years in the past, okay? 40 years in the past, 40 years in the present, 40 years in the future. That's 120 fucking years. So this might be like a realization that there are some things that you need to let go of because you are trying to catapult yourself into a future that you only you can imagine and create, but you're not going to do it using guidelines from the 50s and 60s and 70s. Okay? So we're gonna do the ancestor oracle messages next. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe and share my videos. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. I'm really shooting for maybe 100 subscribers by summer. Eventually I would like to get to 1,000 because that's the requirement to start doing going live. I'd love to go live and take questions in real time. Okay. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I will do a 3-card spread as a thank you. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description, and I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me. Can I get an Ancestor Oracle message for Leo placements about the death splits the difference spread? Thank you. The moon. Oh, I got 2. I'll take them. The moon and the shield maiden. Interesting. Were we just talking about moon energy with that cat seen underneath the ego? We'll do the moon first. This is the take note of intuitive messages. That's underneath the thought and the 8 of Wands reversed here. Oh, okay. They're telling me where usually you would get feedback from outside of yourself. This with this thought and this 8 of Wands going reverse, this is definitely telling you that you should start trusting your own intuition. Okay? Not the thoughts or motives of the people around you. That's why the 8 of Wands here is in reverse on top of thought. And that's interesting because then underneath that, that's that hill fort. That's the structure. Okay? Go within and shore up your own thoughts, your own desires, your own motives, your own values, morals, and beliefs. Whew. Sorry. Even if it means, say that again. Even if it means, yeah, removing yourself from the old paradigm. Where the hell is this card? Moon, where are you? Okay. Should be right here. No. Here, there we go. Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. This says use your intuition, practice discernment. There's the cat energy. See through illusions, cat again, and blockages. Okay? Like I say, I love this part of the reading when I do the Ancestor Oracle messages because then it starts tying all the cards together. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Okay, remember I was talking about the mountain in the last reading, and now you got the hill fort. What's standing in your way? Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that is kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the sun. We got the sun there next to the cat. Side quest. If this card appears when you feel someone is being completely real with you or isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. So if that has to do with that Page of Cups coming forward, testing the waters, their intentions are going to be revealed pretty quickly. That Eight of Wands might be that message coming in, right? Their intentions. And then there's the Tower, kablam. I'm here for the earth-shattering kaboom. Shield Maiden. This says make plans and focus, okay? This says have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward, okay? This is take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You're a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you're taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart. That's that Leo, baby. Leo placements. And that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused and than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. All right. So what they're telling me is, I wonder if that card will come out when I do the other deck. What they're telling me is, with that last bit of it, is that, okay, so the hill fort can also represent tradition. And what do they like to say about tradition? It's just peer pressure from the dead. All right. So they're telling me that there are a few of your ancestors on the other side who are saying exactly what I was saying before. You can't succeed in your world if you're living by the rules of ours. Okay. Now, any living family might not share that message. They might be like, well, you did it wrong because you didn't do it my way. And now we've got message from the ancestors who've passed saying fuck that noise. Okay, we were raised in a different time. We free you from that structure. Okay, now we're going to get some last minute oracle messages. Trying to keep this under an hour. Got 5 minutes. Let's get some last minute oracle messages for Leo placements, please, for the Death Splits the Difference spread. I will do a moon reading in the next couple of days. Well, maybe I'll do it tonight so I can upload it because I'm going to be busy this weekend. So I might get it out of the way tonight and then upload it tomorrow. So yeah, this has a lot to do with how you were raised, how your parents were raised. You know, what's the structure that you tried to use, the knowledge, the motive, the rules that you had been living by that need to end. Okay? Oh, crap. No. God damn it. Ugh. Card vomit. Blech. Pause for just... I'm not going to hit pause, but I need to pick up some cards here. Wow. Usually I don't keep the ones that fall on the floor, but these all fell face up and they're exactly what I just said. Look at this. You got the card called Free Yourself. It says time to take back your life. Okay? You've got scratch paper here. You can always try again. Okay? You've got Venus energy, which here was the Empress. You got the Empress twice. You got the Empress proper before death, and then you've got the Empress here in the Strength card. Venus energy, beauty, harmony, balance, love and romance, desire, and justice. It's also drama, a little bit dramatic. You know, Venus can be, she is the drama queen of the zodiac. So, Leo, I know you can be that way too. I have my moon in Leo. I know we can be drama queens. Um, a little bit too full of ourselves, a little bit too, when something bad happens, we're a little bit too concerned with, oh, what am I going to do? I can't believe it happened to me. But if you look around, it like happened to like five other people too, but you're like, whoa, it's me. That's drama. That's dramatic. Okay. That's vanity. Um, so this again, Libra and Taurus energy, Empress energy, take balance, fairness, peacemaking, kind of diplomacy. That's what they were trying to lead me to. Diplomacy. You're gonna have to be diplomatic about some things here coming up. Also, this last one that fell, it says, be okay not knowing for sure what might come next, but know that whatever it is, you'll be okay. All right? That's like, again, trust yourself. You're Leo, you're the lion. Okay? Trust yourself. Once you get everything in balance again, once you get this all worked out. No, oh, dang it. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Oh, the first card we dropped here is Remember You Are Air. Breathe, focus, observe, that's that cat energy. Think, that's the thought card here. Cut things away and make decisions. That's that Libra energy with the Empress. Okay, get a couple more. I hope you had good, safe, prosperous New Year. We got the tree here. As above, so below. Ground and reconnect with the earth. Reach down in order to reach up. Oh, there's one. Remember you are earth. All right. Ground, guide, heal, give, provide, and stay steady. Okay? Do I want one more? I don't have room for one more. You want me to give one more? All right, one more. One more. Oh, okay. Protection. Archangel Michael is here. Call on me. I stand ready. So this is mercy, clarity, protection, justice, and cutting away negative energies. I'm going to end on that because you got a great protector here, protective energy here. Okay? Archangel Michael, guardian of the East. I'm going to leave it like that because basically, basically I have no more room. So I hope that resonated, everybody. That was the Leo death splits the difference for Leo. I'll be back with the moon reading later on. I'm going to be busy all weekend, so I'll probably come back on Monday. I'm going to pre-record the other one also. So thank you so much for sticking with me this long. Under an hour, yes. Until I see you in the next couple days. Okay, thanks. Bye.